Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Last Level Press. I am Mr. Black. Thank you all for joining us for round 2 of the first 15 of Soldier Front 2. I have finally gotten this game to both full screen and to at least get to oh my god, thank you. It got to a loading screen and I think I'm finally starting to... Really?
All of our forces are down.
Really? Oh, okay, cool.
Whoa.
Hi there, Mrs. Claus. Anyway. Oh god, well, again with the hats, my god, is creativity dead? Everybody's trying to do the hats thing like Team Fortress 2. Anyway, in case you guys didn't see the last video, this is another First 15 episode. First 15s are quite literally just my first 15 minutes with a game. My previous attempt at doing a First 15 for Soldier Front 2 here ended in utter failure as the game's terrible coding and UI compatibility kept me from even getting to its gameplay for a solid hour. Wow, okay. I just got sniped. Bad times. Anyway. But I think I have finally rectified the technical issues I was having with it. Guys, please, if you had anything close to the amount of trouble that I did in trying to get this game to so much as function, please light up the comments so that we can maybe bring this to the attention of Area. But anyway, I'm going to stop bitching about that because I'm sure you guys don't care unless you have run into these issues. So let's get into the game itself. My time is, of course, short. This is a sequel to the original Soldier Front, originally published by EG Games back when they offered a lot of good free gaming content. I believe they're a Korean company, if I remember correctly, but don't quote me on that. The original Soldier Front was fun. I enjoyed it for what it was, and what it was a cheap free knockoff of old-school Counter-Strike. Alright. I have no idea who the hell's team that guy was on, because it gave me no indication. Okay. Anyway. So, I was hoping Soldier Front 2 here would be a fun little surprise. Pardon me. Thus far, I'm not impressed. I'm actually more impressed with tactical intervention, and since that is a very limited game, and it doesn't really pretend to be otherwise, that's not necessarily a good thing. Anyway, as far as first impression critiques go, I do not at all like the UI of this game in its lobby, in its main menu, or in-game. It is too damn busy. There's too much going on, too distracting. It's like, I feel like I would have to spend 20 or 30 minutes really going through everything to try and figure out what my own screen is telling me, and that's not good. That's not good at all. This is not intuitive. Sure, you're looking at HP, and I guess AP is probably like stamina or something. Down there in the corners, ammunition in the other corner. Yeah, that's basically industry standard. But like the map up there, yes, having a mini-map is nice. Some might criticize it as being a little too easy mode. I don't know if that's deactivatable or not. And I think the hearts up there on the top right really reflect who on what team is alive or not. Thus far, it's tough to say whether or not the negative first impression I'm getting from this game is a product of the issues I've had getting it to launch, because yes, this is being recorded on the same day that I recorded the previous First 15 episode for this, so I am still a bit annoyed with the game, I admit that, but that's why I do not claim that the First 15 is at all a review series. This is just a First Impressions series. Meant to be taken exactly as such, no more, no less. Alright, let's see if I can actually, survive this time, shall we? Wow, alright. Either I'm just horrifically noobish, or there are some balance issues here. Because I feel like there was a very short window of opportunity for that guy to actually pop me, or the guy that I just saw on the death cam there. And yet, 2 or 3 bullets seemed to do both of us in. I would applaud that for its realism, but it's just frustrating, at least right now. Anyway, as far as game modes, this is a familiar one to players of the old Soldier Front. Basically, to a T. It's the, you switch off. One team plants a bomb, the other has to find and defuse it. While the planting team, of course, has to defend it. I'm having trouble coming up with adequate commentary here. Just I'm already noticing a lot of the goofily painted guns and equipment that are rather indicative, I think, of paid content. That worries me. Oh boy! Alright, well, I earned that one. Like this guy here. Unless this game has a more colorful art style than I anticipated, I'm guessing that is a paid rifle.
The enemy's movement has been detected. Stop their bombing mission. Out of my way.
Poor voice acting. Does that actually say Kalashnikov on the front sight? Or the rear sight there, I should say? Call me skeptical, but I don't think that's exactly a stock feature. Can you pick up guns? Ooh, yes, you can. Ah! Well, at least there's that. That was a complaint that I've had about a lot of other FPS games, especially the free-to-play FPS games, that offer a rental shop. Those that do not allow you to... Ooh, nice shot. To pick up the weapons of fallen friends and enemies, and therefore at least be able to secure something of an advantage of yourself. Those feel extremely pay to win, so I'm glad this isn't going at least to that extreme. Oh boy, my screen just flickered and went black. Let me guess. I crashed again. I'm giving you 10 seconds, game. 3, 2, 1. Alright, guys. You're gonna get to see my desktop real quick. Or not. Not's good, too. Yeah, this has been another jump cut. You may have noticed that my sentence cut off midway. That's because in even attempting to close this out, it froze my system, requiring a hard reboot. I would mic drop right now, but I don't have webcam functionality working just yet. I'm working on that. Oh my god. So I've got the trailer from the Steam store page of Soldier Front 2 running, so that you guys at least have some relevant visuals here that really, they make this game look awesome. Pardon me. I couldn't tell you whether it is or not, because even after I got the visuals to cooperate with me, after I got the options menu to finally, take what I was telling it, I still ran into some server latency and lag. This is not a very well optimized game. I know it tries to be a little bit more graphically impressive than, say, Tactical Intervention, like I just featured a few days ago, so it is going to be a bit more processor intensive, and therefore you might run into more FPS issues. I know that, I get that. But I don't have a terrible computer by any means, and I noticed a significant difference in, the performance of this game versus, say, Tactical Intervention and other games. Pardon me. So, it's not optimized very well. The servers don't seem to cater very well, at least to a North American user like myself. Pardon me for a moment. Let's get that rolling as well. So, between that and the fact that the controls are floaty, the UI is incredibly busy, and it seems to just have some inherent stability issues, I'm disappointed. I'm sorely, sorely disappointed. I wanted to like this game. I wanted it to be that title that I could just come back to whenever I had downtime, and I wanted nothing but good, clean, well, not clean, but good, fun, mindless gunslinging. That's what I wanted from this. Because that's all its predecessor ever really tried to be, and that's why it worked, I think. Because it didn't try to pretend that it was anything more than what it was, a Counter-Strike knockoff that you didn't have to pay for. This... I can't even tell you whether or not this is following in the same vein as that. Pardon me. And this, what you're looking at right now, to me, is nothing more than false advertising. And I say that because this is obviously pre-rendered footage. This is not in-game footage. This game does not feature cutscenes. So all you're seeing right now is fabricated imagery to make this game seem more interesting than it is. That's shameful marketing. So I can't even respect the way that they're marketing this game, much less the gameplay itself, which I could barely even get to because of its cumbersome, horribly, horribly coded... I'm talking in circles right now. You guys, I'm sure you got the point 10 minutes ago, so sorry for rambling, but I've just been so pissed off with this game for the last 2 hours that I hardly feel any words are adequate to completely illustrate how frustrated I am with it. So I'll cut this here because I'm after this, unless you guys can send me links to tech support threads or forum threads that enumerate how to fix the inherent issues in this game and its default installation. I say default installation because to play this game, I found its Steam store page. It is free to play, so I simply clicked play, let it install, and went from there. I will not claim any responsibility for flawed installation because I went through its default installation means. Short of going through anything that Area might provide on their website, which I shouldn't have to do if it's offered on Steam. If you put your game on Steam, you then accept the responsibility for how user-friendly it is. Sorry, developers, that's the way a consumer looks at it. If you don't like it, guess what? Neither do we. So anyway, if you guys can send me to some threads that will help me fix this, I might be persuaded to do a third follow-up on this in the future and at least give a functional version of the game a shot. Oh my, are they? I didn't even catch this before. Are they seriously showing off quickscoping in their trailer? Oh my, you know what? That speaks more volumes than almost anything else I've said thus far. No, the war must not go on. The war must end here. Please, guys, I almost hope you don't send me links to how to fix this game, because I don't want to play it anymore. But, again, if you know how to fix it, send me that information or leave comments in the video below. And for you guys, I may get to it at a later date. Other than that, thank you for joining us at Last Level Press. I'm sorry for how negative this video and the previous one got. I really didn't want it to be. I don't like to be this guy, but this game has just been pissing me off for the last 3 hours. So, thank you for joining us at Last Level Press. I am Mr. Black, and I wish you all good gaming and Godspeed.